everybody. Welcome to the Spells and Stripe podcast, the only podcast where, oh, shoot, oh, man, every, man, the whole podcast background, which we can all see right now, it's all still black and white from the In Stars and Time episode. But this isn't the In Stars and Time episode anymore. And I don't think I can fix this particular background anymore. So I guess I'm gonna have to snap my fingers and magically wish for an entirely new podcast background. This is the lore of this episode.
You cool, radical, poggers,
Alright.
based. I, I don't know where they're going with this. I have not seen the image yet.
Uh, I have not shown Stripe pod. I showed you some of the original concept, but
You didn't
here
actually
is
show me anything. You just described it.
that. Oh, that's true. I drew concept art for here, and
I've not seen anything. Oh! Holy frick! We're on the wrong sides.
we switch sides. Yeah.
Yeah, we are very much on the wrong sides. But also, this is awesome. Okay, we- let me just look through. Okay, so on your side, which I'm sitting on, um,
Yeah, because
you've got
that's what I'm looking at.
yeah. Yeah. Uh, wait. On your thing, do you have it where I'm sitting on the right side? The right as in correct, not right as in I'm
Uh,
sitting on the side with Pete, or because the one I'm looking at, I'm sitting
no,
on the side with
no.
Lupin.
It's like the Family Guy episode where it's the way we're looking is the because I would see your the half the room you're sitting on, so that's why it's themed towards me because it's stuff I like because that's gonna be where I'm looking,
Oh,
and
okay,
vice versa.
okay. So
And
so
also,
the
it
the the correct thing is that you're sitting in the the stripe room with Banana Date
I
all
I am
that.
meant to sit in the Pete section.
Okay. Uh, so just to kind of like look through what we have here. On in the blue room we have first off it's plaid. Well, mine is stripes, slap knee. But you have Scooby
That
Dooby
was my
Doo.
idea.
Yeah, it was intentional that it was stripes for you, for me, right? Because
Yes.
yeah, um,
Uh, I did. Uh, this was all done by Casey McDang. You can uh, uh,
commission them,
commission
give them
her on
money.
Kofi.
Yeah.
Um,
Um,
and yeah, so they helped come up with a lot of the details. Originally, the room design was going to be very minimalist, and then they're like, no. And it was like, okay.
yeah.
Um,
I need to commission Casey for stuff because they're such a good artist, and
so good.
they know you. They know you. They don't really know me outside of you forcing them to draw me.
Yeah.
Um, so you have Scooby Doo, Pippus, two Lupins, two Tedos.
Edo.
Is there any like notable thing about these books, or are they just kind of books?
No. I,
Okay.
I think that was just like Casey just needed to fill a shelf.
Yeah, Spamton, Pippus again, two Soras, and that's like the Sora fruit that Sora gives to Sora friends.
Paopu fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I have a little. I'm smushing Kirby because I'm evil. Um, Gonzo and Kermit are fun additions. I was not expecting Gonzo and Kermit. Um, we have a plant. We have Godzilla, um, Callie, and a little Inkling. I love the Pete. I love the Pete so much.
Do you like that it's specifically from the Goofy
Yeah,
movie, that
yeah,
design?
yeah.
I,
He's
I
got his little
specifically requested the Goofy movie design.
uh Peridot. I love this little Peridot and Dandy, of course. Uh, this is great. No, this is fantastic. I've been really looking forward to this.
I will say I wanna make one thing clear. We did briefly discuss having Mirabelle be part of your room, but I was kind of worried about because Casey's a Let's Player and they haven't done it in Stars in Time yet, and it seems like the kind of thing they might play. And so I didn't even bring this up to her because I was like, oh, I don't want to spoil them by accident.
yeah, that's fair. Um,
but you know,
Yeah, no, this is
uh,
this is really cool. I'm gonna note that of course the TV has antennas like a certain character that I know you. I know that's not a coincidence.
that actually is well. When talking about the TV, I specifically said I wanted a uh, like the kind of thing they would wheel out in like an old school to like show the kids
Yeah,
Magic School Bus for a day.
yeah,
And this TV, I'm very excited about this TV because this will be like the canonic in reason
definitely.
for stuff being on the screen. So
Yeah.
if I ever want to like, we'll be using it in a moment for our tier list. We'll be zooming
Um,
in and just plastering my screen over on the TV, and it'll be sick.
can I ask what list of characters or series you gave to Casey for me, or is it are they all
Um,
represented here?
they are all represented here. Good.
Okay.
Everything was specific. And then last time I think I just sent out a list and they just kind of went to work. But here everything was like specifically detailed and
Yeah.
yeah.
Godzilla's an interesting choice. I do like Godzilla. I think it's a really striking poster. Yeah.
I think also the posters were like kind of a middle ground where it's like, oh, things we're both fans of because they're kind of in
Yeah.
the middle and it's kind of like transitioning. Because
Yeah.
I fucking love Godzilla, you love Godzilla. This is a
And I
Godzilla
also love Scooby
household.
Doo. Yeah. Um. Yeah. No. These are all really cool choices. Is Spampton like your favorite character now? Because there's like three Spampton references. Of
Uh,
all Deltarune references, it's just three Spamptons.
th- so originally I was like, I want to have something Deltarune related, um, but I didn't know what. And I actually went to Fangamer just to like look at merch and see if because I wanted something to put on the walls because I knew I wanted to give you a Godzilla poster, but I was like, let's put something on the wall for me. So I looked at Fangamer and I saw this Pippus ornament. This is a real ornament that you can buy, and I don't own it, not yet, but I will. Um,
I'm gonna call Fangamer. They're doing this thing. Well, they were like a there was a pre-order for under Deltarune plushies. You could buy two, and one gets like some money off. I ordered like 3 months ago. Jevil and Chapter One Ralze. Uh, and they said it's going to be quarter 1 of this year. The quarter 1 is almost over. Where's my friends? Where are they? Go.
yeah, I didn't realize how long the Fangamers plushes took because I was like, my aunt asked me what I wanted for Christmas, and I said the Rousey plush, and I didn't get it because I said it way too late.
Which one did you get? Did you get Chapter 1 and Chapter 2?
I got White Rousey because
Okay, so I got the other Ralze. So we're twinsies. And you also got Jevil.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever they
Um.
appear. Uh.
But yeah. The second Pippus and the Spamton that was all Casey.
Okay. Yeah. I love
Actually, I
little Kirby. I love little Kirby stuffed animal.
yeah. That was also Casey's choice. Because there was a lot of like trying to figure out how to like kind of
Edition. Yeah.
yeah give like motion and give like detail to the characters.
Yeah.
Uh, I because I think this is really good poses for us. I don't know.
And no, you're a lot more relaxed. I'm a lot more locked in. Yeah. Oh, this is great.
You look
This is
ready
great.
to have a friendly chat. I look ready to like like I don't know, do like a spit out like a spit wad at the teacher.
um, I like the little plants with me. That kind of like how you have the books. That nice little just building of the lore.
Yeah, that was again that was Casey.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really helps add to like the green of the room.
Yeah.
Um, gives your side of this like really cozy vibe.
It fits. It really fits us well. I had no real impact input on this, so I was curious, and no, this looks great. Yeah.
No,
Uh,
all I did was I said it was gonna be a family. I have a Family Guy reference I wanna do, and you're like, "Okay."
yeah. Uh,
Which
yeah. No,
I
this is
don't
great.
think I told Casey that it's a Family Guy reference because I wasn't brave enough.
Uh, I'm gonna clip this. I'm gonna send that to them.
Oh, I was already planning on sending this to them just
That also works.
it's
Yeah.
yeah.
So I was really excited to see this image. It lived up. It is great. I need that Pete plush. I need that Peridot plush. I have plushes both of them, but I need those ones specifically. Uh, yeah, radical tubular poggers based.
Alright. Now that
The
we've got the fun,
official
warm, funny now we got the warm, cozy thing out of the way.
welcome to the Stripe and Spell Spooktacular. Ooh, except it's not Halloween. We're gonna post this in April. Ooh,
April Fools, more like April Fears.
April Ghouls.
That's so
Come
much
on,
better.
that's so much better. Come on, dude. April Ghouls. Let's go. April Ghouls. Have you one of the hashtags? April Ghouls. Um, So I guess I can kind of explain why we're doing this. I am doing this big watch through of as many web series as I possibly can. By the time this releases, I might actually be finished with it because I'm blazing through these. But uh, and obviously horror is a very big part of the internet sphere. Um, and I post little short reviews and like quick brief thoughts on my in my Discord server, and a lot of them ended up, especially for the horror ones, me and me and Robin have very differing opinions. So we're like, let's just discuss them in a tier list.
Yeah. So we took all the analog horrors that Stripe had to watch for this, and we slapped in some other internet horror icons,
Analog
and
horror, creepy pastas, general like
some
weird,
games.
yeah, some games that are internety based, um, stuff like that. Uh, I made this tier list, so you can check my thing, check my uh list, the tier list page, tier maker page. It's all there. It'll be public. Like some people, it'll be public.
I can possibly know who you're referring to.
I keep like thinking about like, oh, what characters did Robin have on their list again? I forgot, and I can't check. I can never check because you made it a temporary thing. Frick you. Anyways, let's go. Let's do this. You have the
All
tier
right,
list, I assume.
let's time for editing Robin to figure out how to actually put the screen on the screen.
You probably should have asked for it to be like to also get like a version where it's transparent, where that there's like nothing in there in the TV.
You know what? Yeah, I can still do that probably. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. It's easy.
Yeah, radical, tubular,
Yeah.
fogger, based. Um,
And here, share my screen with you. And
see,
here,
time for us to. So I made this myself. It helped that whenever I post stuff in the uh in the server when I do like little reviews, I post a poster of whatever it is. So I already had most of these posters like done. Um, plus a few other things. Yeah, this is our list. If we forgot something, shut up. Um,
all right. How do you? Because I did this. How do you
yeah,
like these? This as like,
cinema. I can dig it. Sure, so bad it's good. So bad it's bad. Uh, I don't. I think that's fine for now. We might add a tier or two as we move on. Um,
there's not a. That's the big issue with internet horror. There's not enough old man yaoi for them to be a real like old man yaoi tier.
there's probably something. Like there's gotta be some old man. Yeah, we could. How old is Salad Fingers? I don't know.
Salad Fingers has to be asexual. I refuse
That's
to
fit. You know
believe.
what? I accept that. Um,
It,
I guess we should just start. Uh, yeah. Um, Fun
So
fact about this Abandoned by Disney image, by the way. That's from a thumbnail for a really funny rap battle. If you're wondering where I found that image from, this is from the I nabbed this from a rap battle between him and Jack Skellington. Uh,
that's
Dead Bar
a
is also Dead Bar is also from a rap battle, mostly just because every Dead Bar image besides this one is a little too graphic. So I just kind of had to work with what I got.
I was literally about to say, I feel like that's probably not even the only death battle image here, and then you
Rap
immediately
battle.
confirm
None
it.
of your death battles. Yeah.
Or
One of the
sorry, rap
jokey,
battle.
the only other jokey one is the boiled one because all the other ones are just a little too too much. And I saw this plush like that's stupid. Why would anyone want to plush with that thing? That's the image I'm using.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But anyways, we can start with Abandoned by Disney. Have you read this story? I've seen most of these. I've experienced most of these. I'm not sure how many of these you've experienced. So, what do you know about Abandoned by
I
Disney?
I know the FNAF fan game that this was
Freaking,
that
freaking course, of course.
that was that was based off of this, and so that's kind of like I know there's the original story. I haven't read it. Actually,
Um,
I don't even know if I know much about what happens in it.
I think this is a cool idea. It's uh, someone goes to this abandoned Disney theme park, which is, I believe, based off an actual abandoned Disney theme park, so that had some credence to it. Um, and seems like sees dead, rotting, decaying, like park stuff, not like actual people, but like broken down animatronic stuff, which that seems really cool. But then they had to throw in faux native Mickey Mouse, so this character, this could have been a cool idea. This could have been a scary idea where he sees this like weird looking Mickey Mouse costume, and what I would have done was have this costume follow him around, but he doesn't know if if it's actually follow him or he's just finding multiple different versions of the same costume. Like kind of play it up. In the story, it is confirmed this is a real living Mickey Mouse like costume following him around. It talks to him, and then it says, "Oh, you want to see my head cut off?" And he rips off his head, but because it's photo negative, the blood is yellow, so he's just bleeding mustard. It ruins what could have been a really like creepy, so unbelievable story because this is kind of based off an actual abandoned Disney park, um, and just turns it into the dumb mustard blood story. So I would say so bad's good. Um, it could have been
Yeah,
scary. It could have been good, but it's not. It fumbled at the end, and the end is like the most iconic part of the story.
yeah. I think just because there's been a few other attempts at this. The idea of
Yeah,
trying to make Mickey Mouse scary is kind of stupid. I just
yeah.
I don't see a way in which it works.
I there's one that I don't know if I can say the name of. I'm sure you know what it is.
Yep.
Yeah, which is why that's why it's not included. I don't know if we could get away with saying its name. Um,
I, I mean,
I I mean,
we can call it
but
Red Mist. It's fine.
yeah, literally, 'cause this is in alphabetical order. The- Red Mist is what we're gonna call them because that's literally what that's what you wrote down, and that's where the placement is.
Right.
But like, yeah, Mickey, you just can't really make Mickey scary. So
Yeah.
so
Because
stop.
I've read the Mickey Mist story,
Yeah, yeah.
um, and it was like that,
I think
or
its censored name is Sad Mouse.
yeah, and it's like it's like dreary, but it wasn't like, oh, this has made Mickey Mouse scary to me.
Yeah, there's a reason why I think the best like fandom creepypastas they introduce like new monsters. It's not it's SpongeBob, but his eyes are bleeding and he's going to Jeff the Killer himself. Rah! No, that's dumb.
Yeah, because
Um,
when you go that route, and there's some exceptions,
yeah. Even
but
then, Ben Drown is like more or less a new monster.
that's
Um,
fair.
I'm we'll get to some good examples of like the newer monsters, but yeah, I'd say so bad it's good for because you have a really cool idea, but you just fumble so hard at the end that it's kind of funny because it's just I don't think of like any creepy thing. I just think of mustard blood. That's hilarious. That's hysterical. Want to see my head come off? Uh what a knee slapper. So yeah, that's where I would put it.
Yeah. And we
Um,
all know Donald is the scariest of them all.
oh yeah, 100%. So I really hate to do this so quickly on only our second one. So this is the best one here.
Yep.
What have you seen Angel Hair?
I I I haven't seen the full thing. I've seen bits. I
Okay.
know enough to like agree.
Yeah. It's also kind of lame to say this is like the best one because this is probably objectively the least scary on here. Um, Still definitely in the horror field. It's analog horror. It's definitely analog horror series. But like, I really like when something like when it's cool when you have a trope that it's more interesting if you play it straight. Uh, like if I tell you, hey, there's an analog horror series about an like old Christian cartoon that the main character starts to think might have been talking to them, you think, okay, so it's like possessed and evil and demonic, and there's gonna be murder of children and stuff like all this stuff, but like no, this doesn't do that. This is played completely straight, and the creature in this Angel Gabby is like an actual hero of the story, but it's still a little unsettling because it's this kid, it's this adult trying to like piece together his childhood. We found out about his like his abusive father and this weird tape. It's a weirdly comforting like series. Um, that you don't really see a lot in analog horror. It takes analog horror to a really interesting level, in my opinion. Um, I just did not see it coming. Really blindsided me. Angel Gabby as a character is a really fascinating creature, especially because again they're not evil. They're one of the nicest like characters in horror as a genre. It's just a really fascinating, fun series. I do definitely think the first season is the best, but I still like the last two seasons. Yeah, I love Angel Hair. Again, it's kind of questionable if this is like horror, but I still say it counts enough.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, it's still very much in that like analog sphere. I think
Yeah,
it's good enough.
yeah. Um, because it plays again, it plays with your expectations so well that it just really makes really starts chord with me. Um, yeah. So have you heard of at all Autodale?
No. Um, this one will this one you'll kind of have to lead because I again because
Yeah,
I,
I've been leaving most things, but like Autodale is it's um kind of showing this like utopia world, which with every utopia in fiction is awful. It's every uh like the top council is uh like very it's kind of it takes place after apocalypse and there's like mutant monsters everywhere and there's this top council that deems if someone is ugly or not. If you're ugly you have to wear a mask outside. Eventually you will be killed, um while the elite kind of succeed. It's arguable if it's fully horror, but it's definitely got this like creepy vibe around it. Uh, I think it's pretty fun. I think it's an interesting series. It does kind of fall into a lot of tropes of utopia stories and post-apocalypse stories. Um, but what really helps it is it's really striking, like monotone, not monocolor style. It's all done in black and white. Uh, and even though it's kind of an anthology series, you do get a little build up with like the robot characters who are, they're made to serve the like the higher ups. But there's this one that like he bonds with his family. He's like, oh, I really love this family. They're like really charming, even if they're part of the ugly group. And in that episode, he the couple is chosen to be killed, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you guys, I really loved you guys. You showed me that humanity is great." And then he kills them because that's his job because he's built to kill humans. So it has interesting ideas. Um, I think the commentary is a little like surface level. It's like, yeah, the rich elites kind of suck. Outsiders can be cool. Poverty bad. Um, I think it's definitely interesting. I would say I can dig it.
All right, yeah. Oh, and I want to say, I kind of want to copy the rule from the last tier list where it's like I want both of us to agree if something should be cinema.
Okay. Um,
Yeah, but for
I'm
stuff like
trying.
I can dig it. Like, yeah,
Yeah. Uh, Backrooms. I'm mixed. I really love the original story. I think the original story is a great, simple, uh, like, I,
it's such a
understandable idea.
cool like initial
Yeah,
concept.
yeah. It's just a cool initial concept of, if you accidentally like no clip out of world, you just go to this big room where everything is just slightly off. It smells a little weird. The lighting is a little like too dim. The walls are just kind of ugly. It's a normal. It's like an abandoned mall basically,
Yeah,
where and you're just stuck there forever. And I think that's such a terrifying, cool concept. I'm not the biggest fan of the web series. I'm not the biggest fan of adding monsters to it. But I think that kind of goes from you're slowly going insane in this world you shouldn't be into. Oh, now there's this spooky, scary demon monster, and he's going to Zoink Scoop. Oh, Zoink Scoop, we're in the back rooms, dude. Raggy, we gotta really escape here. I don't know what I'm doing with this.
yeah. I because um the like liminal space is trying was is such an interesting one
We have a little space
because
station on here, which we'll get to soon.
yeah. Oh, that's true.
Yeah. Um,
But I think that the backrooms in general, it's um, I think there's definitely it's definitely I think the initial concept's cool. I think it can be fun, even like in like the different games and stuff where it's like like sure the monster is kind of uh, it almost transforms the backrooms into less of this like cool liminal horror, and it kind of makes it into SCP Foundation 2.
yeah.
Um, and
Um,
we can get into the SCP Foundation, but
yeah.
I
SP is
don't
on here. Yeah.
yeah I prefer that over the back rooms. I'll say that much.
Yeah. I can go either I can dig it or short or sure. It's just like I love the original story, but it's no longer just the original story.
Yeah, I that being said, I am kind of excited for the movie.
Yeah. And I do have to say the guy who made the web series for Backrooms was
King
like a kid.
Pixels,
Yeah, Kane Pierce. I believe he was a kid when he made this. He was like a teen. Um, so it's extremely impressive when you can make this massive thing when you're so young and really because backrooms. I've heard like my mom knows what the backrooms is. So that's
yeah,
I doubt I can be like, hey yo mom, you ever heard of Dead Bart? But she knows what the backrooms is. So that's impressive. But
yeah. I
like,
think that's
yeah,
also part of the reason where I think this goes, and I can dig it.
yeah, I can vibe with that. Um, Ben Drowned. I'm very interested in what your thoughts of this because obviously I know Ben Drowned, but I feel like this is one you want to talk about first.
Yeah.
I've been leaving the
Of
discussion for all this.
everything
Sorry.
on this list,
Yeah.
there's really only two that have genuinely terrified me. This is the first. This I because I experienced been drowned the story, the videos of it specifically very young, and I had nightmares about this, like repeated nightmares of Ben, of the moon, of Majora, and you know, um, uh, even like I even had like when I'm like spiraling, I sometimes I'll have You've met with a terrible fate, haven't you? In my back, like in the back of my mind. Like this is a game. Like this Ben Drowned is something so synonymous with like the very concept of horror in my mind just because of how young I was when I first experienced it. Even looking at this, even hearing the song of healing in reverse still kind of gives me goosebumps.
Um,
The
most
original creepy pasta I didn't actually read until much later, until maybe 2, 3 years ago. And it's kind of mid, but the videos are cool. The
yeah.
actual videos,
So I have a question about Ben Drown, because originally it was like the normal story of, found a creepy cartridge at a garage sale, uh, play the game. It's possessed by this kid named Ben who drowned, and there's weird glitches, and he takes the control of the old emptiness statue. Are you aware of like the ARG web series kind of thing that exists with with this? Um,
I yeah, like the videos of like Link going around and being, and
yeah,
then Ben
not just
shows
that.
up and
There's a whole like side series to this where it's um something to do with like.
we're back.
So what I was trying to say was, I found out via the Sonic.exe versus Ben Drown rap battle that there's like this web series, ARG kind of thing about Ben Drowned where he goes where it's like there's like a moon cult and the father of Ben is like abusive, and it ends with Ben like accepting who he is, and he gets to like live on in the game as Link instead of as the statue. Um, something along those lines. I have not seen the series or the ARG. I only know the original story that you also know. Um,
That is
I was
interesting.
just kind of
I
throwing that
have
out
literally
there.
never heard anything about that. It's hmm, I don't know how to feel about that.
Yeah, I only know
Yeah.
this because of the freaking rap battle.
Uh
So
rap battles really are just an endless wealth of knowledge if you know where to look.
yeah, um, it's funny because something we'll get to later. I only know because of a rap battle. It's the only reason I decided to add it to my watch through. But we'll get to that later. Where are you thinking for Ben Drown? Just looking at the original
When
story, not
thinking
the ARG.
about, because the creepy pasta is sure, but like those videos of glitches and of like of that make it really look like Majora's Mask is haunted by this fucking entity. That's cinema.
This really work. This really supports. This really helps that it was like one of the original stories, one of the original creepypastas, and one of the ones that had like video evidence. It really helps. Because if it was made nowadays, this would just be lame. But like back back in like the early internet age where we didn't really know what's real and what's
I
fake,
mean, this is
that
so
really
phenomenal.
really
There's
helped
there are
it.
several things following this that are directly inspired by this, and I think it's
Yeah, like, this predates Song.exe, this predates NES Godzilla, this predates most creepypastas about games. I can't fully say cinema. I think I can dig it. That you said yourself, it is the story does not like hold up super well, but like its
yeah.
impact holds up super well.
Um, I
So I
feel
would say
yeah,
I can dig it.
because I would maybe personally have put it in cinema, but I want us to agree on it being cinema, and if you don't agree, and I understand where you're coming from, I was still gonna put it at the top though, because it's
Yeah, uh, I can. If we move on, you might be able to boost me because I don't have nothing against the story. It's just like, is this really one of the
yeah,
best of all time?
it's just so pivotal for me because of how
Um,
I like I experience it at the
yeah,
right age to like get really freaked out by it.
yeah. Um, I kind of disagree with including this here, but I get the argument. The Blair Witch ARG and
The
website,
movie,
not the
I'm
movie,
including the
not the
movie
movie.
too.
Just like yeah, I feel like that's a little too out the internet, but like this is like one of the first times the Hollywood has used internet in a significant way. Uh, promoting this brand new movie, and it's cool. I think it's a cool idea. You know a lot more about Blair Witch than I do. I've seen like the
I
first movie. I haven't really
love
seen
the
the
Blair
rest of the
Witch.
films.
One of my first ever like fully properly edited videos was on a channel that was an iceberg of the Blair Witch, and it was I love that video. I really want to remake it for my current channel because I love it so much. I could talk about this. I could genuinely just sit here and talk about Blair Witch for like an hour. As for why I think it counts is um,
Definitely, you brought up a few things I'd say did not count. This one I can vibe with. It's still like on the internet. It
yeah,
was a website
because I
first.
think
Um,
what a lot of internet horror does is it kind of blurs the reality between watcher and the experience. Where it's like, oh, and a lot of creepy pastas, to kind of write it in a way where it's like, oh, this could have totally been like a person recounting something that really happened to them on Reddit, or something like that. Or this, oh, like, oh, Ben drowned, look, me, John Redditor, really did go and pick up this copy of this game or analog horror, which could really be this old found footage. It could be this footage. Um, there's a lot of these where it's like, oh, this could. They try and blur the lines. Where it's like, yes, it's obviously fiction, but they kind of wave away they kind of try and wave away that fact a little at some point or another. Blair Witch is one of the first to ever do it, and it did it in such a big way, where it had this site that was like, have you seen these people? Where are they? You know, and it really tried to convince people that oh, these three guys, they're just gone, and there's some footage, and we're gonna release the footage, see if that does anything. But these three people were trying to find more about this witch at this weird, creepy old town, and now they're gone. And I think that is so cool. Like, because I'm someone who I love the kind of the story and the behind the scenes of the Blair Witch far more than I do the actual movie. I watched it. It's fine. I kind of like the Scooby Doo project more. Which that should have been on this list if we were truly goaded. Um, but I think the movie's good. It's got a really good ending. I think the fear of being lost is done really well. Um, because if you're lost in the forest and you're just fucked. Um, so but I think the fact that there really was just like there's this website, there's in like I think that's kind of why it counts is because of the way you use internet to like break down the reality of this. And a lot of people did get full too, which is I think really funny. I almost I'm never one of those people who's like, man, I wish I was born in the wrong era. I do kind of wish I was alive to like watch people be genuinely gaslit by this movie because I think that's so funny. Um, but yeah, I have such a respect for this movie. Love it so much. Blair Witch Project 2 is the most fun of them to watch, but that definitely doesn't count. But I kind of love the Blair Witch 2, and I know people talk about it. Um, I'm willing to put it in I can dig it because I get the movie isn't like the most entertaining thing in the world. Um, but I think it's so cool, and I genuinely think this is very pivotal for internet horror, even if it doesn't always fully count. That's my piece. Did you die again? Strike. Oh boy.
I don't know why that keeps happening. I'm sorry.
That is fine. I'm
Sorry.
still recording. Um,
Okay. I hope it doesn't happen again. If it does, I we might just
yeah,
need to do this
worst case
again.
scenario,
I'm
we at least have
sorry.
the footage for this. We can always just come back later. But luckily, I was
Yeah.
monologuing throughout all of that until like the last like 30 seconds. Um,
So you were
uh,
did you
I
not know
didn't
that I
hear the
left?
thing dang no because I was so into talking about the Blair Witch. Um, uh,
Okay. I don't
oh
have
my,
the
oh
thing
my,
up, by the way.
gotcha.
Yeah.
So I said I
Okay.
was maybe saying I can put it in I can dig it because I guess I get the movie isn't like the scariest thing in the world and the website isn't as
Yeah, I can say
yeah.
I can say I can dig it. Um, have you seen Boyvier?
I've seen bits.
Okay. I'm gonna try to push this top here. um, Boyvier is uh it's the series about, loneliness, mental illness, told in a very surreal, creepy way. It's this normal guy during the pandemic era gets haunted by this embodiment of loneliness and badness named Room. And it's told really cool. It's a mix of animation and there's some live action stuff. It's all uh, monocolored. It's really really cool. It's only 2 hours long. It tells the story it wants to greatly. It really ends in an optimistic way. Um, it never gets too much into the darkness of this world. It's just still very light. It's not light, but like there's a lot of trippy, interesting visuals. It doesn't make it too depressing and scary, but it's still very much depressing and scary. Um, so I really like this. I really love the story. I really love the series.
Yeah. I I remember from when I was saying, "Oh, this art is really cool." Uh, and yeah, I this is one of those things where I have very similar to In Stars and Time actually, where it's like, I know this is really cool. I know this is really interesting. I really want to finish this, which of course I did finish In Stars and Time. Watched the last episode, but I took a break because I was like, oh, is this going to be too depressing? And then I just, but for this, I haven't come back to it. Yeah,
Something about black and white stuff. Something
it's
about black
not
and white stuff.
always black
Um,
and white. Mhm.
so
I would too.
I would
I'm
push
I'm
for
okay with
cinema.
that.
Well, okay,
Speaking of
and
cinema,
we're kind of going into the so yeah. Uh, this is my top three. This is my top three. Angel Hair, Boy Veer, and Candle Cove is maybe not my personal creepypasta, but on an objective level, this is the best one. This is the best creepypasta I've ever read. Um, just this like cool idea of a bunch of people in this random old like forum come together and reminiscing, slowly piecing together this old weird puppet show they used to watch on TV. Uh, it, and then the big twist of actually it doesn't exist. That you guys were watching static the entire time. Like that's so creepy, but also I kind of can believe it. It's one of the more believable creepypastas of, because people kept contradicting each other and saying things that didn't match up, and you get this weird placebo effect of, oh yeah, I remember this weird old show, but it didn't actually exist. And there's so many different ways you can read how it didn't actually exist, and even then, it builds this really cool, completely new, completely interesting puppet show. And I love the character in that. Like Skin Taker, I think is one of the coolest creepypasta characters ever made. Um, to the point where I watched so many recreations of what the actual show would be. Um, and there's a lot you can pull from. A lot of people have compared it to Flapjack. It's just one of the coolest creepypastas ever made. It's so short and simple, but it works so
Yeah,
well.
I
I would
really
push
like
for
this. I don't
cinema.
think it's my favorite creepypasta ever. I think that would probably be Pen Pal, but that one's like a little bit too
Yeah.
dark to talk about. Um, but I think this is a
Yeah.
really cool story. I think the vibes are really on point with this. Um, it really scratches that like lost media itch, you know, and I think that's really cool about it. I'm
Yeah.
happy putting this in cinema.
Radical. Castor Crow, I'm not as familiar with. I remember seeing like a game theory video on it a while back. I don't remember
Uh,
much about it besides that. I think it's kind of like another one of those like lost games that
yeah,
don't actually exist kind of things.
Catastrophe Crow. I think the origins of this game are really cool. Of there was I can't quite remember, but there was like this YouTube video that casually mentioned like a game magazine that mentioned Catastrophe Crow, but then they're like, oh, but it never got released, right? And it was like played fully straight,
Yeah.
and then it was like, oh, but then later on, somebody like released the files for the game, and you're like, oh shoot, what? And you click on it, and here it is. Here's this full game. Okay, I can dig that. And then as you play, it gets more into that sort of been drowned territory where it's like, oh, this game is haunted. There's something up with it. Overall, the story ends up being that I believe this game is haunted by its creator, uh, who's like his whole family like died, or I can't quite remember the specifics. It was like by this guy who's had all this trauma, and he was like he was working too much, and then his family died. And he was like, well, now I'm gonna get sucked into the video game and haunt it and be all spooky. Uh, yeah,
How it be.
I think this game is really cool. I really like the concept. I think it's got a fun execution. Uh, I don't fully know if it because we'll get to a game that kind of does this, but better. If I can be so bold as to say that. Um, but I think it's cool. I think this is.
I This is all you. You can put
I
list
think
wherever
this
you
is
want to put it.
a certified. I can dig it. This is cool. Now, is
Sure.
Dead Bart so bad it's good, or is it so bad it's bad?
Um, Dead Bart. I don't know. It's one of the most stereotypical creepypastas ever. If you like make if you wanted to like jokingly tell someone a creepypasta, you can pretty much just say verbatim this story. Same with a certain other Lost episode creepypasta. Lost episode creepypastas suck just in general. They're all really really bad. The only good one is Candle Cove, and even though that helps that it's a brand new series and not based off an old thing. Um, it's it's just kind of the standard. Oh, the character dies and everyone's sad and out of character, and it's not good.
It's a little
It
funny.
is a little funny though.
I like because
Um,
you can hear it in the name.
yeah,
Oh,
just how like
oh, the Simpsons episode where Bart is dead. Like,
Ed Bart, yeah. Um, it's it's probably the reason why I use the freaking rap battle icon. 'Cause it's like I can't take it seriously. Um, uh, it's not the worst story I've ever read, but also it's hard to take seriously when it's like I walked up to Mac Raining and I asked him about the dead Bart, and he looked horrified, and he just randomly pulls out a flash drive, gives it to me, and he runs away, as Mac Raining's known to do.
I like the idea
It's
that Matt
not
was
good.
just like carrying around a
It's
flash
so it's
drive, just like kind of hoping someone would ask about it.
Yeah, like, you just keep casually carries around a flash drive just in case, like, where you wanna put this is kind of like, it's I can give it so that it's given me so much joy and
I
whimsy
feel like that's gotta make it so bad it's good.
despite being freaking yeah, yeah, it makes me smile even though it sucks so hard. Um, so I can kinda question if Doki Doki even qualifies for this thing, just because it is, like, an actual real game. With that being said, it's a little hard to argue that this is kind of a pretty
I
good game.
As soon as Doki Doki dropped, I loved it. I think I love it even more now, now that I've, now that I know more about the visual novel genre, and but also just as the more I think about the main 4 characters in this story, and the horror of it is so good. I this is I love it so much. It's an all-time classic.
Shout out to it being the shout out to it being the one singular, like, viral indie horror game that no one hates. You will never find anyone being like, "This is overrated."
It's so good.
Everyone likes this game.
I think it counts because,
Yeah.
again, it kind of, like, has that moment of, like, where it, like, uh, looks directly at the player and it's like, "Hello."
If it
That
does
is
frick with your
Yeah,
computer,
that
so
too.
I
Where
that's
you have
kinda
to,
why I
like,
gave it a
delete and
pass.
unlock off the files. I think that's a big part of it.
Uh,
Um,
yeah. Um, it is a little game this game is kind of hard to talk about because the best part about it is, like, the big shock, and it's a little hard
yeah,
like, everyone knows
that's such
that
a
it's a
shame
twist now.
because
Everyone knows
every
that
time
it's a
there's, like,
horror
a
game now.
sorry.
And even then, like, yeah, it's you know, dating sims don't get popular unless they have a big twist. Sometimes they're pigeons, sometimes they're YouTubers, and sometimes it's this looks like the most, like, generic, simple, uh, uh, like, dating sim of all
Can I
time,
just say,
which means it has to be spooky.
are you specifically referencing the normal
Yeah.
boots dating simulator? Thank God
Yes,
somebody else remembers
that
that
that was
game.
the
I've been
exact one
wanting
I was thinking.
I desperately wanna make a video on that game because that's so funny.
I mean, there's been a lot of videos, like, every time another one of them have been, exposed, someone makes there's, like, at least 12 videos, like, "Oh, this game is the most, poorly aged game of all time because Jared's a cheater, and JonTron is JonTron, and Gerard, is the tax
And then
evader,"
Peanut
and,
Butter Gamer is
you
just
know, all
there
that stuff,
chilling.
and he's just there. Uh Yeah, no, like, you kind of had to, once it started getting popular, like, you had to know, "Okay, there's a twist." And if it's not if it looks perfectly normal, just, cute anime girls, the twist has to be, "Oh, it's spooky
I
and
will
horror."
say I also
Um,
sorry.
but, like, now
No,
that we're
I'll let you
yeah, go.
talk.
Like, I even if the twist is kind of overdone and everyone knows at this point, it's still very effective, and these are still very interesting characters. It's why a lot of people are just so just broken up by the deaths of the 4 girls, of the 3 girls, because they are, like, really relatable characters, and you don't want them to go through this, even if in universe they are just files, they're not actual
Yeah, I
beings.
think one of the highlights is I think the character writing of Doki Doki is so good. And because it could have very easily just gone into the cliche, sure, not to use a tsundere, and but it could have just been tsundere. But then they give her more, and they like really flesh out her character, and that way, when you're playing for the first few hours, that character still works even without the context of horror. And then the horror elevates the character. It adds more to her personality. It adds more to her story, um, where it kind of goes into like her trauma and that's especially true for the other two, Yuri and Sayori. Yuri, Yuri.
Yuri.
Um, Yes.
I said Sayori.
Um, and then
Yeah,
Monica is genuinely uh if of all the villains on this, I think Monica might be definitely one of my favorites. I think she's such a cool character. Um, they play her really earnest, and I think that really works. Um, and I'm gonna be honest, I have the Your Reality in my my music playlist. I'd be singing that every time when I'm in the car. Every day I imagine
completely
the
unshocking.
way
I know
I
you.
can be
Um,
you.
it's uh, on one hand, I think it's kind of like it's one of those games like I'm a little tired of hearing about. Um, but like also I can't argue that no, it's one of the best indie horror games.
Yeah.
I cannot argue with cinema.
Yeah. Obviously, like even like as we get into like the Nintendo Switch version, where it's like yeah, it sort of strays from like internet horror.
I didn't mean to pick this one. I just kind of looked for like
No, and
a
this image
image that
works really
worked, and this
well.
was the first one that popped up.
But but like yeah, I
Yeah,
can see like once we get to like where it gets a little bit less of that inherently with the ports, because like all they had really is like they had some like side
you can't
stories where it's
see
like
the
oh
files. Yeah,
look it's Sayori and Yuri becoming friends, how cute. Um
yeah.
and yeah, I I I was also in like in high school when these games came out, and I remember uh anyway,
Kofi
I
the Muse.
used to be a moderator in Alex Bale's Discord server, so I feel qualified to talk about this. But you've also seen this.
Yeah. This is one thing I just want to like note that like I've mentioned several times that I watched Alex Bale, and for the first like 5 times, you acted in like shock that I watched this guy. Like, is it really that weird?
Um, I don't remember why I reacted like that. Mm, I don't remember. Sometimes I just do shit.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. No. I really like Bale stuff. I prefer his theories, but like the ARG element of the SpongeBob theories was still really interesting and cool. And I like how it all came together, and I really tied into like being a YouTuber, and some really good effects. Like the actual Muse monsters are really good looking, for such a uh small budget. Yeah, I
Um,
like Don't Feed the Muse.
okay.
I'm just trying to go through these fast
Yeah.
because I don't want to
Sorry.
lose
I
again.
this one I can talk about for ages because I was one of the first people to ever even call it the Muse ARG because I remember back when we didn't even know what the fuck it was called. Um, I remember
Yeah,
there were so many uh because the way this series worked is that there were several YouTube channels that each had their own like thing. And initially Alex Bales was supposed to be like the most popular videos. Um and like that was kind of like being part of it where it's like, oh, these SpongeBob videos are gonna get a lot of views and that's gonna kind of play into the lore. All of a sudden there's one random side channel that was just supposed to be about one like small element called the Happy Farms, I believe. Um, yeah,
Bean Farms.
where it was like kind of like showing off like the experiments, and that quickly overshadowed literally everything else because they got so popular out of nowhere. And it was kind of a shame almost to because people like there was this like whole new wave coming in and people didn't really understand everything. Like these guys didn't know who Conspiracy Carl was, the greatest of the channels, because there was this guy named Conspiracy Carl. Uh and he was awesome and everyone loves Conspiracy Carl. Um I will say for what it's worth, I think a lot of those Happy Farms ARG monsters were made with AI. this was really early AI though, like a bit before like the current wave where everything got all crap. Um, like this was AI back, sort of back when it was kind of cool. Um, and but it is kind of be like, oh, hey, it does kind of make it like wary to be like, oh yeah, go check this out because there is like a bit of uncomfortableness to that now. But I just think that was it was just made back before people really understood where AI was going. But I just wanted to give my quick little word on that. Uh, but other than that, I think this is an I can dig it. I don't think it's scary enough or has enough of the vibes to be cinema, but I think it's yeah, I would even maybe go sure.
I agree. I would not say sure. I would say this is like a genuinely really interesting
Okay. But what is
thing.
gonna get cinema though is Don't Hug Me,
Yeah.
I'm Scared. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't really argue with this one. It's Don't Help Me, I'm Scared. Like we don't really need to go much in detail because if there's anything most people have watched in this list, it's probably this one. Uh, it kind of is maybe not the first sorority kid show, but it's
Yeah.
the first one that really matters. You know,
I
first
s-
big one.
I still say that green isn't a creative color. I made that reference the other day.
Yeah, and that's why you hate me.
Exactly.
That's why you
Uh,
hate me.
have you seen that it's all going on to yeah.
Why are you on the green side
Uh
then?
but yeah, don't did you hear that it's all coming to a dropout? I think that's cool.
I did. Yeah. Um. d- don't hug me. It's it's just impressive on a visual level. It's all the twists always hit what you think it should. You think it should be a one trick pony, but the twist always hit. There's so much to discuss from a like a
It's
lore
simply
and
that
meaning
guy.
way.
It is
It's
simply
great.
that
Everyone
guy.
kind
It
of
is
knows.
just good.
Yeah,
It's it fucking rules.
it's yeah. We don't even need to discuss this super much because
Can
everyone knows this.
I have a
Um.
funny anecdote about dream catchers, and then you
So
can do your spiel.
I'll because I have a lot to say about this because I'm very mixed for interesting reasons. Also, I'll let you go.
So a while ago, I saw a thumbnail for Dream Archers or Dream Catchers, and I was like, "Oh, this is cute." You know what? I like supporting indie animation. I'll subscribe and I'll watch later. And, you know, whenever I'm in for a nice, cute, fun time. Because I genuinely did not know this was analog horror until this tier list, and I've been subscribed to it for like over a month. And I was like, and this was kind of on the back burner. It's like if I need something cute to watch, I'll put this on.
Yeah. Um,
All right, go ahead.
can I go? Because I have a lot to say already. Um, I hate this on the list. I despise that this counts as internet horror. I freaking hate this. Like, because it I believe it's like currently like 6 episodes at the moment or something along those lines, and the first like half of those are what you thought it was. They are just genuine, cute, really nice, interesting, fun shorts about these two people who work at like the Dream Enterprise, um, like going and exploring dreams and trying to make people have good dreams. And it is such a sweet and cool and unique idea. And then it introduces oh, actually, it's spooky. Oh no, there's an evil monster and it's corrupting everyone. This isn't like a Night of Cerberus like Lich Bellows situation where it's like the same show but now there's this evil monster. It's like oh now it's corrupting the world and everything's actually horror and we're no longer focusing on the original characters. They're kind of pushed to the side to make this creepy, weird, distorted, scary thing. But like I don't care about this. Like I liked what it was before. I like the non horror stuff, but now it's just a horror show. Um, it's kind of like Don't Hug Me, but Don't Hug Me perfectly molds like it's always like the twist of every episode is the generic setup and then the big scary horror twist. Um, I think something like this could work where you play the long game. where you start off as a something that's scary. You start with something that's innocent and cute and friendly before going into full pure horror. Um, Unlike Don't Hug Me Weird, it's all in one video. You build up like, no, this is actually for adults and this is horror. The problem is, to do this right, you need to have a generic premise and an interesting twist. This has an interesting premise and a generic twist. So the second it started getting into the horror stuff, I just kind of rolled my eyes and like, oh, I guess this is what we're doing. Whatever. So I can't say I hate it because it still looks beautiful, and I think some of the horror elements are interesting. But this was the most disappointing thing of my big internet watch through so far.
Okay,
I would
that
say this is
is
just a sure.
yeah, that's interesting.
Um, like, I still like, you can tell from this, I like horror. I like internet horror stuff. But like, sometimes some things are better just as a cute little innocent vibes. And this is one of them. This does not work as horror.
Gotcha.
It almost feels try hard. Um, Dreams of an Insomniac, probably our first like real analog horror because Angel Hair is kind of stretching it. Um,
No, but
have
I
you seen this
love
series?
watching Postra. I've watched basically every video he's made but this.
Yeah, I have not actually seen Posture. It's really funny, like the big evil horror monster of this series
Yeah,
is just his Ransona. It's like if Alan Mark just made like an evil like a series where his little guy is like
yeah.
murdering
Like,
people.
do you want to
It's
hear
really
the
funny.
monument mythos? Is
Um,
do you want to hear Ronald Reagan's opinion on Five Nights at Freddy's 2?
I think this series is really boring. I kept hearing people say analog horror is just kind of just watching screens for a while as nothing happens, and I did not see for the first couple I saw. That Dream of the Insomniac, it is super freaking boring.
Yeah.
I I don't care about this one. I don't want to say so bad it's bad
The
because
the
that's
monster design is
mean.
really
That's really
cool.
really mean. The monster design is really cool, but also it didn't originate from this. It originated as OC.
Sure.
I can't even give it that. Uh, yeah, sure. If this was just kind of normal A B C D, I would probably put it in D tier. But like, I can't say it's
Gotcha.
so bad it's bad. I don't hate. I know a friend that really likes it, and like, more power to you. It's far from the worst thing I've ever seen, but it's boring. And when there's so many other good analog horror stuff, why settle for this?
This sucks,
It's
right?
ever dream of this man. I wait, really? Okay, okay.
Uh, because
Explain.
all it is, it's basically just this image. Like people have tried to like add on
Yeah,
to it, but it's just like I think the concept's like, eh, but it's like, oh, everyone's streaming this generic guy. It just it does nothing for me.
I think it's kind of interesting because I have not had this experience, but other people have. Of They see this image and they actually dream of the guy. Um, I guess that isn't super spooky.
Yeah.
This sucks. Yeah, I don't know. Frick it. Um, yeah, no, I came into bat for it, but no, this is dumb. This does like it's not it's too generic of a face. It's not scary enough of a face. Um, I know this sucks. Eyeless Jack. Have
I
you
think
read
I
this
might
story?
have listened to the Creepcast read it. Oh, like maybe one. If it, maybe I have. Like if I have, I can't really remember. It sounds kind of familiar.
It's kind of just a generic story of evil guy breaks into houses and eats kidneys.
Okay,
He
that
has a
does
cool
sound
design,
familiar.
but yeah, I
It's
don't know,
very
just
like
kind of generic like
bootleg Jeff the
creepypasta.
Killer. It's like, oh, what if there was this disformed man?
It is. It is literally just bootleg Jeff the Killer. I would say sure. I don't hate it. I think Ice Jack is an interesting monster, but I can't really say I
I
care
would even
overall.
go so far as to put it so bad it's bad. But if you're leaning more towards sure,
It's been a while since I read it, so maybe it's not as bad as I'm making it out to be. But like, I'm not gonna argue. I don't have
I
enough
think it
strong
feels
opinions
pretty
on
lame. Yeah.
Eyeless Jack. Gemini Home Entertainment is another analog horror. Someone's actually recommended. I have not heard of this before. Someone recommended this to me when I asked for ideas for this list. Really glad I did because like this is a really interesting idea for analog horror. It's based off like old, like documentary series that you get at like the library. Cause I'm really nostalgic for those kind of things. Where it starts off as like generic, like talking about, oh, this is about the weather, and this is about our world, this is about animals, blah blah blah. But then it has that like weird twist where it's set up that like some evil there's like some evil energy. It's I'm not good at words. This is cool. This is a cool analog horror.
And
One of the better ones out there.
forgive me if I'm mixing this up with another analog horror. This is the one, this is like the evil planet, right? That's what we're looking at here. Cause the
This is Evil
idea
Planet,
of
yeah.
evil planet is one of the scariest things to me. There's a Junji Ito story that also has an evil planet, and I think about it, and it gives me the ooh. I I cosmic horror really messes me up. So evil planet is that's like a guaranteed way to make me spooked. Now,
Yeah. I would I would say I can dig it. Yeah, it's not up there yet, but like
all right.
I really like this is one of the better analog horrors.
So this is another like vague conceptual one where there's like a bunch of like smaller internet.
There's a bunch of Gorefields out there. Um, they're all bad. I think this joke has run its course of what if Garfield was evil and he killed John and he's gonna consume lasagna, but the lasagna's Earth and I can smell you, John. It's I've seen some interesting takes on what if thing for kid was spooky. King Bottom Horror is a really cool like SpongeBob webcomic where it's about like Patrick was the campaign formula and what like what that entails. I think that's a really cool take. This is just pure utter shock. That is not shock anymore because it's been freaking a decade since I over a decade since what if we gave Mickey Mouse bloody eyes. This
I will
sucks.
say I
Bottom
think a
tier.
lot of the art is really like
I
this is
think
so well drawn. And like obviously, yeah, the joke doesn't really
honestly, yeah, it's very well drawn. It's very well drawn, but like you can draw
yeah.
stuff that's actually
Like
interesting.
as like I think it's a really
Yeah,
it's like kind of like a fun art project the way people have taken it where it's like people have done really like
yeah.
I don't know. People have taken this idea of horror Garfield and just had fun with it. And so it's like, yeah, it's not like yeah.
I think the only one I liked, the the only one I liked was the like the parody where it's actually like John's like Garfield's like looking at John and he's like, "Yo, dude, my bajillion eyes can see that you actually have like cancer or something like that." And then they go to the doctor and they're like, "Oh, don't worry, we can see this right away. Thank God your cat was able to see this." And then John hugs him like, "Oh, I love you, Garfield." Like, I think that's a cute little subversion of a subversion. Kind of going back to the thing I talked about with Angel Gabby, where I like subverting subversions. I think it's a really fun thing to do. Um, but like, if the only good thing about this trend is the art, which anyone can draw well, and besides me, and the one parody,
Okay.
so bad, it's bad, bad. Appy Appy, have you seen this story? Are you aware of this
I
creepypasta?
remember I believe it was one of the theory channels where I saw this in a thumbnail and I went, "God, I'm getting too fucking old." Then I didn't watch it.
This is a very old story, actually. This is
Oh,
like
I
a
thought this was
late
like
2000, early
recent.
2010s
So that's
creepypasta.
interesting.
No, no, this is an old story. It's basically like a um, it's a spooky children's show, like Disney Junior esque show, like Nick Jr. show, where the apple is the host and he talks about stuff, but it's actually evil and he predicts 9/11 or he
The
causes 9/11 or
Apple
something like that. It's
caused
bad.
9/11.
It's Yeah, the apple causes nine
Okay.
eleven, which means it's so bad it's good.
Objectively.
Objectively, yeah. Uh, yeah, yeah, because he causes
I'm
nine
I'm
eleven. Where else could
surprised
you put this?
9/11 analog horror isn't more of a thing. As weird as that feels to say.
Give it time. Gi Give it time, Monument Mythos will hit it eventually. Um, they we'll get to Monument Mythos eventually, we'll get it soon enough. Herobrine is
Yeah,
the
there's a
so bad
part
it's
of
good. It's honestly, you could argue
literally
every
yeah.
single tier, I would
It's like,
agree.
this is both cinema
Every
and so bad it's
Yeah,
bad. I love
'cause
Herobrine.
yeah, it's the thing is, when I was first learning about Herobrine, it is genuinely super spooky. Because I obviously I didn't think he was a ghost. I didn't think he was like an actual ghost. But like the idea of him being an actual like hacker or a mod actually put into the game, with a very low spawn rate, just kind of frick with the players. That sounded believable to me. That sounded fully believable to me. I didn't really play a lot of Minecraft, so I was not really sure. Like, could this thing actually exist? Like, it doesn't seem too weird. Um, and and so I think the idea of it is really cool. The problem is that we're living in 2026 where no
Yeah.
one on Earth thinks Herobrine is scary.
No. I
He is
think
just a
Herobrine's really
punchline now.
fun. Like, there's a part of me that's, like, kind of sad they're not still doing
Yeah,
the Herobrine was deleted from each,
I'm removed.
update.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think
There's a lot of fun with
yeah.
Herobrine. It's just like he's not scary anymore.
Can I make an offer? Can Herobrine get his own tier?
Yes,
Just called Herobrine? Alright, I'm putting him
100%.
yeah, of course.
At the top, of course.
Add a row below
Yeah,
above.
it's just like, yeah, is it good? No. Is it
Yeah,
funny?
right.
Yes.
I'm
It's
just gonna
red.
do
It's red.
this,
It's red.
make it blue,
Yeah.
make it
Um.
shoot.
Yeah. Is it good? Absolutely not. You can also you don't need to do it on this. You can do it on the yeah. Um. You know, not good. Very funny.
Herobrine.
Uh. Yeah. Yeah. Not much to say besides Herobrine. Hiya Mary Mary. Um. This is a very interesting series. I feel like I say that every single time, but like, I really need to rewatch those game theory videos because those explain it way better. But like, it's very impressive because this is fully live action. A lot of these are missing live action animation. This is just live action. It builds this really uncomfortable, like tone, which makes me really really like it. Have you seen this?
I'm I think I have, but I don't rem this there's some things I feel like I remember about this, but I also might be remembering, Lonely Girl 15. Yeah.
That sounds vaguely familiar.
That
I've not seen that though.
I
Um,
I think I actually looked it up, Lonely Girl 15 to try and remember, like, was this also internet horror? But then it was like, "Oh, I guess not really according to what I just apparently it's not all that horror." But I do feel like I remember there being cults involved with
uh,
this, but okay, okay,
there's no cults. It's a girl with uh
that's right.
implied to be schizophrenia, imagining creatures. Yeah. Um, just kind of just so we can keep this going because we are very far behind.
Okay.
Let's just say I can dig it. Okay. I'm gonna assume you've no idea what this is, right? This
Yeah.
this is I can't
Oh,
sleep.
she's self-harming, I just realized.
Um, yeah, this is a very
Yeah, I don't
dark
like that.
series. It's about it's about this girl who things start innocent, but there's this creature, this figure that follows her around every time. If it has it ends up killing her or harming her in some way. It's heavily implied that this
Oh,
character is a SA victim. Um, which
but does it
it's
do it right, you
depressing,
know?
but I have to stress this does not it does it right. It is never played for shock. It is very clearly trying to tell a narrative. Um, it's in my opinion the scariest thing on this list. It is the only thing that I had to actually stop and go back to.
Interesting.
Um, so I don't know where to put this because I think it's really well made.
If you think it's cinema,
Um,
I'm willing.
you can maybe even argue.
I'm
Yeah, you know what? Because I don't even know if I want to put this in the top like list for my favorite web shows, but also it is the scariest thing here. It is super
okay.
well made. Frick it, yeah, yeah, do it. Top tier cinema. It is extremely well done. Um,
Me too.
I feel fantastic. Um,
That's
Smiling Friends.
that is mostly. 'Cause I knew when the Smiley Friends episode came out, I was like, oh, this is referencing something.
Yeah, it's a little hard to see this now
Yeah.
without thinking, oh yeah, that's the Smiling Friends joke. But I think the original video is kind of creepy, but I'm not gonna say it's like
Okay.
cinema or anything. It's sure it's spooky. It's iconic. But like, yeah,
Uh,
I'm scared. Have you played this game?
I I watched somebody play it.
Do you have anything to say? Because I this is one of the ones where I just kind of threw it
I'm
because I feel like it was
scared
iconic
is
enough.
I think it's really cool. It does a lot of the same thing with Doki Doki where it messes with like the files and stuff, and I think that's cool. Um, I think this is just a really solid horror experience. I don't think it's cinema. I think it's thoroughly. I can dig it. I think I think this is a really cool
That's fair.
concept. It's executed well, but it doesn't have any of that like special sauce that like the cinema tier has. Jeff the
Fair.
Killer is in Herobrine tier.
Yeah, it's I. There's so
We can make a
much
whole
like
episode of
to
just Jeff
Jeff
the
the
Killer.
Killer. Uh, yeah, you know what? Let's just save it for that. Let's just save it for that, just to kind of keep it going.
Have you seen
I think
the
Jeff the Killer
recent
kind of speaks for
Chazington
himself
video
at this
about it?
point.
It's really interesting.
I have not, but I know I know I need to because it includes
Yeah.
Rap Battle Man. Have you seen Sunday Night
Uh,
versus Jeff the Killer Rap Battle?
oh, I didn't
I
watch
sent
it.
you it. I sent you it. Ah, Slender Sickness. So speaking of rap battles, actually, I watched a rap battle between I'm Scared and Smile Dog. Oh, we have Smile Dog on here, right? I think we do. Yeah, we do. I see him. And it was actually a royale where it included some other internet horror characters. The other, and knew I'm Scared. I knew Smile Dog. It also included Ben Brown, NES Godzilla. I know those. One of them was June Archive, and I had never heard of the series before. Um, so and it seemed really interesting because it looked like it was animated in Flipnote. And then I watched the show. It was actually genuinely animated in a Flipnote. Uh, this is it's kind of your standard thing of this creature like, gains sentience and wants to kill its creators and whatnot. But it's very tongue in cheek. It's a very silly series because it's on a Flipnote. It's supposed to be funny and silly. Um, but still has some genuine like real horror elements. It builds up on itself very well. I think I can dig it. This is a very fun series. It's not pure utter horror because it's a fun little romp, but it does have some creepy
Yeah.
imagery and
I
stuff.
when I first
I
saw
like
this,
those kind.
I didn't recognize it, but uh, I just looked up some images and was like, oh my god, I had the Ratatouille moment. And but yeah, no, this is definitely I can dig it because I have watched this. It's cool.
Yeah, this is a very fun series. Yeah. Um, my knowledge of Kinto Pet begins and ends at versus fans put this guy up against Monica and Kane.
Yeah,
That's it. That's all I know about this
it's
character.
very Monica where it's like, oh,
It's a monster. It's like a AI thing that gains sentience
yeah,
and likes the player. Um, I assume it's based off like Digimon, not Digimon, Tamagotchi and whatnot.
yeah, yeah. Sorry,
Hello, hello, hello,
you
hello.
mentioned Tamagotchi and I got confused.
Okay, thank God. Sorry.
No, no, I can see that.
I assume it's like based on Tamagotchi. Yeah. I have again my literal all my knowledge is just like he's kind of like Monica. People make him fight Monica in death battle.
Sure,
You put him wherever you want. I don't care.
I think it's fine.
Yeah. Lacey game. Uh, Lacey game. Kind of a similar thing to I Can't Sleep. I would not put it in the same level. But it's another thing where it's it's based off these. It seems like it's like these old lost Flash games. You're it's generic like girl Flash games. You know, you dress up, you bake food, and you shave pets and whatnot. But there's always this twist of Lacey snaps and she starts like going insane. It's also implied that the creator of the in-universe games, not the actual show creator, the creator of Lacey games, let's just call her Lacey. Lacey herself was also an SA victim, um, and she kind of puts this into vent. Um, it's a very interesting like ARG kind of series, um, and
Okay.
I would say I can dig it.
What's this called? Laughing Jack.
Laughing Jack, Laughing Jack. Um, so I have seen 6 people fill this out before us. Every single one without fail, Laughing Jack bottom tier. And I kind of forgot a lot about Laughing Jack. I just remember he was like a iconic figure in creepypasta, so I threw him in there. People kind of brought me up to speed because it's been so long since I read his story. Yeah, he deserves bottom tier. Frick this dude, I hate him. It's just pure utter shock. There's no clever writing. It's just he's an evil guy and he kills people and he's
Hmm.
evil and he's it's bad. There's nothing interesting about Laughing Jack.
Lavender Town Syndrome
Lavender Town.
was I believed this. Yeah, I know, right?
What a freaking
Um,
idiot.
but I genuinely thought, okay, so the story goes there was an old Japanese version of the Lavender Town theme that like made kids suicidal or
It
made kids
had a
misty.
high pitch
Sorry.
and
Um,
it you know
and I was so scared of that.
um
But but now
I I never believed this. I thought this was the dumbest thing as a kid. As an adult, it's a very well written story. Um,
I
I
would
can say
even
I can dig it.
go sure, but I can do it. I can put
I put in sure then. Put in sure. I put. I thought you were gonna put it, and I can dig it. So
no.
I
Now
was
that I
just
know
gonna be
it's
like,
fake,
yeah,
it's
I
like
can agree, but like,
whatever.
I don't care about it. I don't care about it. So this is liminal spaces. I'm mixed on this just because of how much people want to like stretch the definition of liminal spaces. Because I think the like stuff like the back rooms or the images shown in this picture are really spooky and they're just so unsettling even though they exist, they're real. The problem is people there's only so much liminal spaces you can have, so people started saying anything is one. Uh Last week on Twitter there's like a liminal spaces like Twitter account that keeps posting stuff, and one that went viral because it is they posted this horrific, spooky liminal space that it's so terrifying. It's the house from it's the inside of the house from Gumball.
It's really
It's
funny.
Gumball Waterson's house. It's really funny. And not the only time it was like it posted like here's something so spooky. It's just like something from a cartoon. There was like one there was the freaking background of Aqua Teen Hunger Force, like spooky, scary, limited liminal spaces, and it's just like it's just something from
When
a
liminal
cartoon.
horror is
This is not scary.
done right,
So
or not
that
even liminal
kind
horror, I think just like liminal photography is done right. It's such a there's
yeah,
no experience quite like it, and I think that's really fun and kind of addictive, and I can see why people are so into it. But also sometimes it's just kind of goofy nonsense.
yes, I would say sure because it's kind of balanced out on how good it is.
I've seen bits.
Have you seen Local
I get
58?
it very confused in my mind with Gemini 58 or Gemini Home Entertainment.
Yeah, I think it's kind of the exact same level. Um, I think Gemini's a bit more interesting just on premise alone, but it's also still really good. Yeah, yeah. Uh, Man in the Suit. I respect the creator who was very young when they made this. Um, I making something like pretty creepy when you're a kid that's impressive. I hate that he was bullied. I feel so sorry for him. This freaking sucked. This is bad. This is really bad.
Can we at least
The
put it in sure?
the you have I kind of want to say so bad it's bad, but like I can shake the sure. It's just like the end, like the first episode is pretty interesting, where it's like showing off like this could have just been like its own little one off short, where it's showing off there's something weird happened with the original actor of the Godzilla uh Godzilla actor suit. Um, if it just ended with like cut to silence showing the man merging with the suit, that would have been horrifying. It didn't do that. It cut to like 1 second cut off repeating loop of Godzilla's roar showing this, and I bursted out laughing. I bursted out laughing, and then they show like this kid saw the Godzilla running around, and he drew this extremely well detailed uh, picture, which is really freaking funny looking. And uh, Toho, they wised up. They're not going to make that Godzilla, who they keep hiring for some reason, affect their costumes. They're going to make like the most detailed, hyper resistant, powerful material of all time, and Godzilla can never bite through it. Oh, we didn't account for Godzilla's patented lava puke attack. Silly us. It's I don't like this one.
I think the creator did. I think the creator did a lot of impressive things considering the way the series was developed, and I hope they
Yeah,
do go on to make great things.
I agree. But also this is bad.
Yep.
I wasn't as into this as you are. I don't dislike it. I'm not going to argue with this one, but yeah, no, I fully understand why people think it's like the scariest thing the internet has ever produced.
Digital horror like Ben Drowned, I've already said that gets me. The other thing that gets me is religious horror. So combining the two freaks me the fuck out. It is simply too scary.
Yeah,
I am
I can
too much
agree.
of a little baby. I also just think it's. I think there's just. I think it's generally cool. Like, like if you want to analyze it as a story beyond the scares, maybe not like the most best. Like there's better things on here, but I still think it's like
I think Gabriel is one of the most interesting villains
yeah,
in analog horror. He's one of the scariest villains in analog horror. Just the whole idea of alternates. It's a very creepy series. I wasn't personally scared by it as much as you were. It did not keep me up at night the same way like I Can't Sleep did. But no, it's definitely creepy, and I can agree with its placement. I'm not going to argue there at all. Marble Hornets. This is one of the first like big disagreements, if I remember
I
correctly.
think it's cool.
I think it's cool. I my it is not made to be watched the way I watch it. It is
No,
not made to be watched in an 8 hour binge. It is made to watch when the episode's released and there's a big gap, and then you see little bits and pieces of the operator. That's cool. That's creepy. This kind of is the granddaddy of internet horror, creepypastas, and analog horror. But I watched it as one 8 hour movie, and it is just so much nothing for a long
yeah,
stretch of time. So I can say sure I can dig it. I definitely do not dislike this. I respect this a ton, but I cannot put it super
I'm
high
gonna say
personally. So I
sure
can say
because I
sure I
feel
can dig it.
like stuff like the movie and like the where it's like the more like as it goes on, it just kind of plateaus and it's just like oh all right sure. But I think just its status is like one of
Yeah,
like the big Slenderman projects. It makes it really interesting to me, but beyond that, there's not much to it.
yeah.
I don't know anything about this Mario one.
This is Mario Classified. This is so you definitely know the meme of like, oh,
Yes,
every copy of Mario 64 is personalized, right? So this is about the AI that
that's
personalizes
so
Mario
silly.
for you. It becomes yeah it but it becomes self-aware, and it wants to, and it kind of befriends the players. It's sure. I think it's interesting. I think it just need more episodes. It's a little kind of silly, but his name is freaking Stanley, so like yeah. Oh God, no! God, no! Get that out of there! Get that out of
Really?
there! No, no! I, I. The more and more I think about Monument Mythos, the more and more I think it's kind of not bad. Not,
I
I
think it's
like
really
it. I
funny.
can say I can dig it, but like, yeah, no, that's the thing. It is. I think it has really cool ideas. I think, oh, there's this big evil serpent that lives underneath the Eiffel the Statue of Liberty that's trying to emerge. That's scary. But then you
That's
say it's George Washington.
hilarious.
I'm like, no, that's stupid. Or yeah, the thing is, it doesn't play it as jokes. Nothing's ever played as a
Well,
joke.
yeah, it's trying to play it
Um,
straight.
yeah, and that kind of makes it. So I cannot say it's cinema
I I
when
will
it's so
concede.
freaking goofy.
But I love that it's
Um,
goofy.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, okay. I think we're fine. I know nothing about my house, so
Okay.
you
Stripe, how much do you
go.
know
I
about the book
guess
House of Leaves? It is
I have
this
never heard of this in my
book
life.
that is combined. It's 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 a book where it's like it's a story and a story, and sometimes the pages are, or sometimes the words are uh
Okay,
like in spirals or upside down, or you have to like swip to random pages. Like it gets weird with it. Like there's a lot of like it's a really like weird book to try and read. Like you cannot just read it left to right. But it's ultimately about the story about a guy who lives in a house, and every time they say the word house, the word house is blue for no particular reason. Um, because it's that kind. It's just a really weird book. But it's this guy in a house, and the house isn't
you're
quite
blue now. Let's
right.
find out.
Uh, the measurements don't add up. He tries to, huh?
So it's kind of like backrooms.
Uh,
Kind of like backrooms.
no, because the backrooms is like a very. I mean, sort of. But uh, it's just a house that should just be a normal house, but the measurements don't quite add up. There's something off about this house, and then he finds a room, and the room goes on forever. Um, uh, and it's weird. So that's House of Leaves. Now, how much do you know about the video game Doom?
I know a lot
This is
about
a
Doom.
Doom mod based around House of
Yeah,
Leaves.
that's kind of cool. You can
And
put it wherever you
the
want.
way it becomes an internet horror is it's like, oh, my friend died, but as he was dying, he was finishing up this Doom mod. I helped finish it up. I hope people can enjoy it. Have one little last memory of him, and then you play, and it's like, oh, it's just this guy's house, and it's like kind of sad because as you like wander through this guy's house, and then it gets weird, and then there's rooms that shouldn't exist, and then you end up in an airport, but the airport is also just the house again, and it's so cool. Can this be like my one make this into cinema? Okay,
I can shake to that because it sounds interesting. I just don't have
that
any
is fair.
thoughts on it.
I think it's a really
Um,
cool project, and
yeah.
it's very much geared towards me specifically. Um, yeah,
Okay. I'm gonna try to start speaking through this because we're almost at 2 hours. uh, so NES Godzilla. Um, if you're ranking the monsters, I would easily say Red is like one of the coolest like horror monsters ever made. Not even just internet stuff. I think Red is such an interesting, cool, creepy, really instantly iconic monster. I love him so much. The story itself, it is very long. It drags a lot. There's a lot of unnecessary details. It is not very well written. Um, it has some really cool pixel art though. Uh, yeah, it's a flawed story. It's a really cool story. Uh, so I know people hate NES Godzilla. I can't argue with you if you do, but like Red Red is just so cool
sure.
that
What
yeah,
is
it
this?
deserves that tier. So normal
Does it
can
say
I say the
porn?
word? Um yeah. Normal
Oh,
porn for normal people is a creepypasta about a guy finding a porn website which shows really disturbing stuff like a monkey like tearing up a naked woman. Um I think this is a pretty interesting story. I think this is a pretty
Yeah.
well written, creepy story that's believable enough. Like you find like a dark web link of this like weird
There's
porn
similar
site. I
stories
think
to
that's
this that I
scary and
do like.
believable.
So
I'm not,
I'm immediately like, oh, this is
yeah,
the kind of thing that would scare me.
yeah. So so we
I think
have
it's
very
awesome. I
different
would
thoughts on
if
Pet
this
Scott.
were just me, it would be cinema.
I think it's boring.
I
I
can
think
dig
it's
it.
freaking boring. Yeah, yeah. Or I would say
What makes it
sure.
so bad? It's bad, right? It's just stupid.
I think Polybius
Oh,
is
the video
cool.
game
What?
is
No, what?
impressively mine, man.
Because I think there's like this is kind of like this is the first time I heard like your experience with Ben Drown. This is kind of this is the first time I heard of like a creepy video game, and like I believe it actually did exist. Like the
No,
cabinet actually did really exist.
no.
So it didn't. Okay, then forget to put it in bad. I don't care. I just think it's kind of cool, but I'm not. I
I
don't
will
care
put in
enough
sure.
to fight you on this. Yeah, that I can shake that.
So
Um,
bad it's good or so bad it's bad?
Red Mist.
Yeah.
So bad it's bad. It doesn't even have like if it was just the normal thing of oh it's the evil guy and evil bleeding uh bleeding red and he dies like whatever. But like you had to throw in like the really bad stuff with the serial killer and like very graphic descriptions of child murder.
Doesn't like Steven
That's just
Hillenburg
too
himself
far,
die
dude.
in the
That's
series
just too.
story?
Yeah, he doesn't die, but he was like Steven Hillenburg saw it. He was so scared, and he cried seeing it. Like,
It's
don't bring real people into it. Don't bring child murder. It's bad. I hate that it's like one of the more well-known creepypastas. I hate that it's referenced in SpongeBob. It is. I despise this
Russian
story.
Sleep Experiment also bad.
At least Dead Part is fun. Wait, really? What? Whoa,
It's
frick!
just
Wait,
cheesy.
really?
I mean, I think the initial I could go on sure again, where it's I think the initial concept of like, oh,
Yeah, because like this is one of the most universally beloved creepypasta for what I've seen.
the
I'm a
ending
little shocked you
sucks.
immediately like, oh yeah, of course it's bad.
Okay.
I would say sure. I can shake to sure.
So Fingers is
Um,
cinema. Yep.
yeah, no argument. It's
But it's next to
scary.
Don't
It's
Have Me, I'm Scared
iconic.
because
It's great.
I mean, what a duo.
Yeah,
This is the
they kind
game
of
where
go
that
together.
jump scares you.
Yeah, scary maze games. Yeah, scary maze games where it's like it starts as a simple like silly maze game and then it shows
Sure.
this girl. It's iconic. It's a good laugh if you don't know what's coming. Like there's not much to say. It
SCP
doesn't
Foundation is
have a lot of
cool as
depth.
fuck.
Um, SC Foundation. It is kind of hindered by every really interesting one. There's either like it's God and he kills you or a really stupid thing. But like the world would be a worse place if SB Fresh did not exist. I think that's the important thing. Um, where would
I
you
would
put it?
put because there are so many stories and like it because honestly, it's Herobrine tier where it's again, it's all of these.
Yeah, I can agree. I can agree. Um, Server Blight. Uh, this should suck. This should suck. This is actually really creepy. Um, this idea of this monster that invaded a game and it can fuse you with like the soul of your character if it touches you. It's kind of like the thing. Um, this should be awful. This should be hard to take care. Like the main character is named like Big Dick Six or something like that. Like it kind of adds to it of this is just a normal like TF2 server that this creature invaded, and there's this one character that really like kind of shocked me to my core, where he spells very poorly. He talks very simply in text chat. The character he plays as uses the default weapon um and like aesthetics for his class. Makes you think, oh, this is like an actual child playing this game. and they kill him, and you hear him talking. He's talking about it's so cold. Is this heaven? When he gets fused with Server Blight, like that messed me up. So Server Blight, I would say, I think it's great. I don't think cinema, but I can definitely say I can dig it.
Okay.
Like high, I can dig it.
I think TF2 horror is a weirdly common thing, and it's weirdly good, and that's just a weird fact of life.
TF2, on one hand, I hate how TF2 fans just like take everything and put TF2 in it. Every single meme will be redone with an unfunny TF2 social maker version. But every now
Yeah,
and then you get something really cool, like sort of like,
and Skibidi Toilet. Um,
yeah,
oh yeah,
that's
that's
nothing to
source.
do
That's
with that at
source.
all.
My bad.
It's Source Filmmaker. That's Half Life 2. That's bad. Anyways, Shipwreck. I vaguely know this. I assume that's what you were talking
Yep.
about with the better Catastrophe Crow.
Was that you? You there?
Hello,
Oh, my mic must have. Can
hello,
you hear me?
hello, hello, hello. Oh, Mike, it's with you. Okay.
There.
I don't know if you can hear me. Um, we are so close to done on this.
Can you
Um,
hear me?
my dad got home like 2 hours ago because he was in vacation. We're gonna get pasta. I don't know if he ordered it yet.
You there?
Ah, everybody wants somebody. It's the nut shack. It's the nut shack. It's the nut shack.
Hello?
It's the nut shack. It's
Okay.
oh,
Cool.
hello, hi,
That's
yo,
cool.
hi, hello,
Slenderman.
hi.
Herobrine tier.
So, objectively here, around here.
Smile Dog
Um,
sucks.
Smile Dog. I just watched a video on this.
Yeah, okay. Sonic
Yeah,
Body XE so bad it's
yeah,
good.
yeah. I Sonic DC. It's one of those things where like the original story sucks, is bad,
Game's
it's
kind of
awful,
cool.
it's dumb. I hate it. But like it's kind of cool. I know there's a lot of redos that actually are genuinely good. I have not read them yet.
Tales all
So yeah,
never
so that's good. Sure.
experienced it.
The fact uh,
Cool.
Tails doll is just so bad. It's
Ted the
bad.
Caver, sure. Guy stuck in a cave. That's scary.
Uh, yeah, I have not. I This is something you know about. I know a lot of people really liked it. Whenever I saw someone fill it out. The stream is frozen for me. Never mind, it's back. Okay. Boiled one. I haven't seen this yet because this isn't a series. This is just
Me
one
neither.
episode, so I didn't bother watching it.
Cinema.
Cool, sure. Cinema. Yeah. Uh, uh, I'm sorry that we're like speeding through it. We keep getting technical issues, and we are both really tired. We've been doing this for 2 hours, dude. FNAF interviewed. I probably just should have put actual FNAF, but this is a web series I watched because take a wild guess who suggested this to me.
We can
It's
dig it.
cool. It's kind of creepy. I like how yeah, I can dig it. Yeah. The Rake. I think the Rake is a kind of cool monster. I would say sure. None of his stories are interesting, but I like his design
It
and
kind of reminds me of
what he does. The
the
sun vanished.
Wendigos
This
from
is
Until Dawn, but kind of
yeah. Go
worse.
go. Sure.
It is
I
a
don't know what the sun
Twitter
vanished
account
is.
where a guy starts tweeting about how the sun vanished and it turns into like an ARG about a world where the sun is not there, and I think it's kind of cool. I can dig it.
That sounds that
Yeah.
sounds interesting. I might look into that. So this is kind of a joke one that I threw in. There Will Be Brawl is a Silence of the Lambs
Cool.
inspired
Cinema.
brawl AU. Um, no, bad. Not bad. I would say I can dig
Sure.
it, or sure. I think I
Sure. Good. I can dig it.
Trevor
He's got cool
Henderson.
designs.
Uh, yeah, yeah, cool designs. Okay. We should probably just take a deep breath for a second. Uninterrupted footage of a bear is cool. I think it's a really fun subversion of stuff,
I like the
and
story of how it aired,
it's cool. I like
where
it.
it just randomly aired on Adult
You
Swim one day.
Yeah, Yeah.
What is this? Oh,
Um,
sorry.
which especially really cool because uh, I think Under Footage Bear is really cool because like the Adult Swim like logo cuts off when it's supposed to like seem like it's like actually getting taken over. So I think that's a really cool detail. Um, anyways, this is username 666. It's a YouTube channel that a creepypasta YouTube channel that if you refresh, it gets it's like it's more
Cool.
more distorted. I would say sure.
Cinema?
The
Yeah.
Walton Files. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Wait, I just read. Are we actually putting
Yes. Because
Boiled
that's
One in
funny.
cinema? Okay. Uh, Welcome Home. Yeah. Zolgo. Freaking stupid. It's Zolgo is literally just like the you know the meme of like it's playground rules the monster. It's like he can do anything and he is so strong and powerful and cool and he can sing to destroy the world. He has 7 mouths. He's Satan and every other creepypasta character has some ties to him and he's like the god of them. He's dumb.
I really like Yume
And then
Nikki.
finally Yumi Nikki.
I don't fully know if it counts. It's not really horror. It's not really
Yeah,
internet horror. But it's got some stuff that scratches a similar itch.
I think Euboa
That is
as an
true.
entity fits. But like
Well, if a boa counts, then so does
we are
Castor.
sorry that we had a no he doesn't. There's been like several actual creepypastas about Euboa. There has not been
That's
any
not true.
for Gaster.
But I will concede anyway.
Yeah,
Huh?
this is our list. Yeah, this is our list. I think internet horror is a really interesting topic because it's very. There's a lot of cliches I'm tired of, but you get something like Angel Hair, Boy Veer that really subverts expectations and makes it really scary. Um, or you get something like Candle Cove, which still holds up after all these years. Yeah, that's better for it. Um, I would definitely recommend checking out a few of these if you haven't seen some of these. That goes to you too. Yeah,
Yep. I gotta go eat food now. Goodbye.
I am very hungry as well. Bye,
All right.
everybody. Thank you for watching.